Here now. Okay, you ready? I don't want to have to bring that out. Okay, three, two, one. But the mute. Do you have it on mute?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, hello everybody. Us professionals here are not that good, but we're working on it. It all went wrong, and it's still going wrong. But we are working on that, and hopefully, um, we will fix that here. It should go be. There we go. Well, welcome to Banter. If you're here, if you're not, well, you'll be here later. So, now that we got that underway, my name is Mike and I'm your Banter host. We do have lots to talk about tonight, going from this man who received over 127 vaccines.
Oh my god, you typoed the number.
Did I? Well,
Yeah, you dyslexic.
yeah. What was the number?
217.
217 vaccines.
Yeah, it's more.
All the right numbers are in there. For the record, it's all the same numbers, just in wrong order. But anyway, and as you can hear, and you heard earlier, Dustin is here moving the mouse around. Dustin, how's it going?
I am. It's going pretty good. It is Super Wednesday here in
Yeah.
America.
Super Wednesday? Yeah.
The day right after Super Tuesday.
What do you know? Why it wouldn't be Super Wednesday? It would be,
Well,
Armageddon.
Normal Wednesday.
Armageddon.
Welcome to Normal Wednesday.
No, you just got Wednesday Armageddon. Two old men running for presidency. Anyway.
Yeah, but that's not till November. Yeah. That's forever.
But yeah, I hope you had a good day. Sorry about all those issues at the beginning. We have figured it out, I believe. I hope you can hear us. But if not, well, we're going with it. Oh, yeah. We can hear us. Yes, there you go.
I just did that real quick and there was a noise, so yep. Someone can hear.
But yeah, let's get started right away here.
Yeah, let's jump into. Oh, I see you fixed the title. Let's jump into number 217, guys.
Yeah.
This is just crazy. I had to click this one. But that means people have to click us. All right, from CNN this time. CNN Health. A man deliberately got 217 COVID shots. Here's what happened.
Yeah.
They're like, here's what happened.
Here's what happened. I got 217
Because that's
shots.
exactly what you think. Like, wait, that's too many.
good for him, I guess. Like, maybe he was super paranoid.
Or bad for him.
I don't know. Like, if you wanted to do it, sure, go for it.
All right, here we go. One German man has redefined man on a mission. A 62-year-old from Magdeburg deliberately got 217 COVID-19 vaccine shots in the span of 29 months. What's the math on that per month?
4 per day.
I'm doing a new study. Going against national vaccine recommendations. Oh, well, yeah, obviously, no one's recommending this many.
Yeah.
That's an average of one jab every 4 days. Oh, they didn't do the monthly average. They gave us the one every 4 days. So that'd be like, how many is that a month?
I don't know.
8,
12,
9,
8, yeah.
10.
Probably around there somewhere.
Something like that. In the process, he became a walking experiment for what happens to the immune system when it is vaccinated against the same pathogen repeatedly. Well, yeah, I mean, so this is probably the only person to do this. So this is
now. What vaccine was it? I wonder. Like
it says COVID-19, but you mean specifically like
but there are a whole bunch of different ones, right?
Right.
So, let's see. I'll probably get into it. Let's see.
Yeah, we'll see if we'll get into it.
Yeah.
Correspondence published Monday in the journal Lancet Infectious Diseases outlined his case and concluded that while his quote hyper-vaccination, they put that in quotes.
Hyper-vaccination because it's not a real thing.
Yeah, did not result in any adverse health effects. Okay, so it didn't do bad things to him. It also did not significantly improve or worsen his immune response. Oh, it didn't do any good things either.
So what does that say? What does that say about the vaccine then?
The man who's not named in the correspondence in compliance with German privacy rules. Didn't we just say his name a second ago?
You go back up. So
the fuck?
Man on a mission.
Did
no,
I?
Yeah, no, you didn't.
I guess I didn't. I swear, I thought I saw. Yeah. I thought I said a name. I said Magdeburg. Maybe that's. All right, so we don't know the dude, but that's fine.
Yeah.
We know he's old. He reported receiving 217 COVID shots between June 2021 and November 2023. Of those, 134 were confirmed by a prosecutor.
Huh.
Wait, prosecutor?
Yeah, well, they had to look into it, I guess, to see why.
Guess, yeah.
He admitted it. He's like, yeah.
Vaccination center documentation. The remaining 83 were self-reported according to the study. So, I mean,
So.
I feel like if they confirmed 130 of them, I'd believe it.
Yeah, he's probably right.
No, it's actually more like 210.
Yeah, he has an exact number. He's at 217. He has an exact number. He's like, this is how many times I had it.
So, like, why would somebody do this?
Money, getting paid for it.
I guess.
You know, like, I'm sure, like, I never get.
Unusual case of someone receiving that many COVID vaccines, clearly not following any type of.
Now, like, there's actually people doing that here too. There's actually people offering the unvaccinated to go get vaccinated under their name.
To like give them the
because our health cards don't have photo ID on them, right?
Right.
They're just a health card,
so that,
and they don't ask you for ID.
That would be my first thought.
And
we're in Germany, so probably something similar there. They probably had a thing.
Yeah. So
the man did not report any vaccine-related side effects and has not had a COVID infection to date. As evidenced by repeated antigen and PCR testing between May 2022 and November 2023. Researchers caution that it's not clear that his COVID status is directly because of his hyper.
Maybe he's just crazy and he was super thinking he's gonna get COVID, so best go get vaccinated.
I don't know. I feel like it's probably more likely the financial incentive, right?
But yeah. So.
Perhaps he didn't get COVID because he was well protected in the first 3 doses of the vaccine. We also don't know anything about
the first 3 doses, so that's where it stops.
Well,
I think they're pushing.
This guy didn't.
Yeah, I think they're pushing more now. Like,
didn't get any, like,
here, I think they're trying to get your 5th or 6th one this year. So.
Yeah, maybe.
So.
But they're saying at least the first 3 mattered. All right. I don't think they're going to tell us what kind it was.
Yeah.
The researchers say they do not endorse hypervaccination as a strategy to enhance immunity. Yeah, I don't. Probably any doctors who say, yeah, you should get about 200 of those.
Yeah, sure.
Well, maybe there's some doctors, but I'd question those doctors heavily. What?
Now, how did he get
caught? It's not much bigger if you get vaccinated 3 times or 200.
Now, where, like, how did he get that many shots? Like, where did he go? When did they catch on?
Like, well, exactly. That's raising suspicions. Okay, well, this looks like that's exactly where they're going. According to his immunization history, the man got his first vaccine in June 2021. He got 16 shots that year at centers across the eastern state of Saxony. So 16 shots in 1 year, starting in June. That's still multiple shots a month.
So I'm thinking what they were doing. Yeah, I'm thinking what maybe they're doing. They weren't even checking.
Like 7 months.
Because back then they were just trying to get you in and out with your vaccine, right? So you'd go in, like, hey, I need a vaccine. They take information, give you the shot, and you'd walk out. And they put you in it.
Actually, I'm trying to remember. I think when we went in and got ours,
I'll be right back.
They didn't ask for any information at all.
No? Well, that's
I don't
crazy.
think so.
Yeah, that's.
But then again, they also, like, the piece of paper they gave us that wasn't really used for anything. We didn't have a passport they had to show anywhere. They gave me a piece of paper. I never showed anyone that piece of paper ever again. So.
Yeah, they.
Did you stole my wallet? Still waiting to be needed to pulled out. Never happened.
They did. Where I am, they did have a vaccine pass where you weren't allowed to go to a restaurant. You weren't allowed to go to a swimming pool. You weren't allowed to go anywhere unless you showed proof of vaccination. And yeah, people were selling.
This is Germany, so this is obviously
probably the same idea. They had it. Yeah, but it was pretty crazy. You weren't allowed to. You weren't even hopping in an airplane to go to a province over. But yeah,
so he started with 16 in the first 6 months, 7 months there. And then that's when he ramped it up in 2022 January. He got shots in both his right and left arms almost every day for a total of 48 shots in January.
And then you think the nurses would see the marks,
putting him up to like 64 total at that point. And doing 48 in 1 month. This is doing it for money.
Maybe just sailing. Maybe he was just getting the placebo.
So then he kept going. 34 in February, 6 in March. Around this time, German Red Cross staff members in the city of Dresden became suspicious. So it took 100 16. We're over 100. It took 100 for them to be like, hey, you know that guy? You see that guy like 100 times before? Yeah, I feel like I've seen that guy 100 times.
Maybe he went to different clinics, but.
So they issued a warning to other vaccinations, encouraging them to call the police if they saw it. Okay.
No, I just forgot about this. I saw in one state they're having that you can literally pull up to a Burger King, you get your vaccine, then you go get a free burger and fry. So yes, I don't know how well they took record of people's vaccines because they pulled up in
Germany.
That was in America. That was
okay.
Like,
I was gonna say that definitely sounds like America.
That, like, what? Who in the right mind? Like, No, here's the
That's why, like, when I hear how
but
you're reacting to it, it's like, in America, we
here-
mostly just acted like nothing was happening. other
here's
than
your
we took it
vaccine to keep you healthy, but go get a cheeseburger and this fry, you know? Equal it out.
home. I didn't get any fries. I want
So yeah, so I know. Imagine all those people who wanted fries. Like, oh my god.
yeah.
So, okay, my bad. I keep getting distracted. Let's go.
Yeah, it's okay. So the effects of hypervaccination. Oh, wait. Did I skip a part here? In early March, he showed up at a vaccination center in the town of Ellenberg and was detained by police. Okay. So they got onto him, and the police actually did detain him.
Is it
He's
illegal?
suspected of selling the vaccination
Oh yeah, there you
cards
go. There
to
he
third parties.
is. Yeah.
Okay, there we are.
Yeah.
This was during a time they suspected. Obviously, they had to find some more evidence than just
Yeah.
suspicion, right?
So,
This was during the time when many European countries required proof of vaccination to access public use travel. Okay. Yeah.
So, okay. So yeah, that's
Makes sense.
exactly what he's doing. Yeah, and
The public prosecutor of Magdeburg opened an investigation into the man for the unauthorized issuing of vaccination cards and forgery of documents, but did not end up filing charges.
because he can't
So
figure out.
they didn't find any additional evidence.
He
So
probably didn't leave a paper
it's still
trail.
speculation, I guess.
Yeah, it's like I'm just a crazy man who likes vaccines, you know.
So I guess we may not get that answer.
Yeah.
But what about the effects of hypervaccination? They're saying no good, no bad, but like
In the long
I got
run,
more
you know.
paragraphs here.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we don't know what his long-term effects are. It's still been 3 years. All right, so the researchers read about the man in the news and reached out to him through the prosecutor investigating his case in May of 2022. By this point, he was 213 shots in.
Yeah.
We ended up with 217, so
Yeah.
he agreed to provide medical information, blood, and saliva samples. He also proceeded to get 4 more COVID shots against the researchers' medical. He's just like, hey, you want to see me do it?
Yeah.
Like,
so maybe
I
he just likes
imagine this
needles.
guy just a clown
Loving
doing
it,
it.
you
Like, I
know.
don't know.
That is pretty weird.
We never
yeah,
get to know
so-
this dude's name, and he's like 68. So
Yeah.
like, is he just senile,
Yeah, he should probably be at home.
or is he
Yeah.
selling the cards? I feel like that's too obvious of an answer. Not
Yeah.
right.
And it's
The researchers analyzed his blood chemistries, which showed no abnormalities linked to his hypervaccination. They also looked at various markers to evaluate how his adaptive immune system was functioning. The adaptive immune system is the subsection of the immune system that learns to recognize, respond to specific pathogens. I didn't know we were going to do a science lesson. There are 2 types of cells in the adaptive immune system: T cells and B cells.
Yeah.
This will be on the test.
let's
This part
just
specifically.
let's just skip this stuff because
we'll
I'm
mix up
gonna
the
fall
letters and be
asleep.
like D cells and E cells.
Yeah,
A,
I'm gonna fall
or
asleep.
T cells and B cells B. Or
So yeah, he definitely was doing it for that. He was definitely doing it for money, 100%. So
all right, so yeah, hypervaccination in this case increased the quantity but did not affect the quality of the adaptive immune system. So the number of T cells and B cells went up, but they weren't any better at fighting it. And
Yeah,
I don't know that having more of them really matters.
again, like maybe I'm wrong, but I know if you sit here and if you take 2 Tylenol every day, or if you take 4 Tylenol every day, within a month, that Tylenol ain't gonna do shit for you. You know, like
That's true, but counterpoint, there are
So-
people who have given themselves small amounts of a poison to build up their immunity to the poison. You heard of that? Like rattlesnakes?
that's what they do with allergies.
Snake
They
handlers?
do that with a lot of allergies now with kids and
So-
peanuts. That's why there's peanuts allergies are going away because they're literally when they're babies they'll poke them with the needle and they'll put a peanut on it. You know, like.
And another thing, like to your point though, if you use too many antibiotics, like your body stops like using them right or some shit. I'm not a scientist, but it's something like that. Like if you have too many of them, they just stop working. I've read some shit about wrestlers who they call them Z packs. They're just antibiotics that prescribed over and over again to wrestlers. Eventually, they just start not doing anything. That's why a lot of wrestlers end up on pain pills and shit.
I actually might lose my light
Because
here,
it's
so
not
it might go a little dark on me, but
Okay.
We'll move on.
I'm always dark here. I've always
Yeah,
got
see
my dark
that?
background.
yeah.
You see the chair though. I'm not sitting on.
Okay.
All right. So I think that about wraps it up. It didn't really help him. It didn't really seem to hurt him. He maybe did a crime, but we don't know.
Yeah.
It's definitely not what anyone recommends. 217. I don't know what the rest.
Alrighty.
I think here in America, though, basically we're done with it. Like even now, like we're safe to talk about it. We probably won't even get a community note, right?
We might.
I read something where I think Biden's like thing where they make everybody test every day officially stopped like March 5th.
Huh.
I think it was yesterday. It was officially the first day they came in and weren't tested.
That's crazy. I didn't realize they're still testing for
So
that. So.
I think the White House is now like there's officially nothing. There's no remnant of it left. So
Okay. What?
except the thing itself, I believe people are still getting it.
Oh, COVID
That's
still. You're never, it's never
it's
gonna.
still around.
It's
It didn't
never
go
gonna
away.
go away. So.
Speaking of never going away, this story
Um.
seems to never go away. Oh my god, we talked about Rust a few
Yeah.
times.
For sure.
Maybe we'll eventually get some closure.
Yes. You can take it. There. Sorry, I'm just
Oh, I
updating
want to
something.
see you attempt this. All right,
Yeah.
BBC brings this one. Hannah Gutierrez Reed, Rust armorer, guilty of cinematographer's death. Well, hey, here's some finality. Who is
No, I
Rust
think she's the
armorer?
one
Okay,
that.
so is this the fall person that what's his name wants to take the blame for it?
Well, yeah, because she's the one that she's a prop lady, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, you know what? That's. I don't know.
We have a 44-second clip of the moment she's found guilty.
Yeah, no, we don't need. I guess we can watch that. Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, through the foreperson, have you reached a verdict?
Yes.
All right, and do you wish to read the verdicts?
I wonder what it's going to be.
Okay. I would start with count one. Okay. You have both of them. Will the defendant please stand?
Okay, yeah, I think you're right. We don't.
No, now we gotta watch it now. We're halfway there.
Okay,
Frig.
all right. Guilty.
I
Are you
bet
gonna say the
her
charges
heart's
were?
going crazy. Manslaughter and
We find the
tampering
defendant, Hannah
with.
Gutierrez, guilty of involuntary manslaughter as charged in count one.
Well,
We
she
find the
took it
defendant,
like a
Hannah
champ.
Gutierrez, not guilty of tampering with evidence as charged in count two.
All right, thank you. You may
Not
proceed.
guilty
Let
of
me get those
tampering with
forms,
evidence.
Retrieve those forms from you.
So guilty of involuntary manslaughter, but not guilty of tampering.
Well,
with
I
evidence?
don't. See, that's the
I
thing,
think is
though.
what I heard.
Like how she didn't pull the trigger, and there was live ammo in his pocket. So what? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if this charge is right. Involuntary manslaughter.
I don't
you're
know
not
if
the
I
person
agree.
that pulled the trigger.
I don't know if I agree with that. Yeah, even then he said he could have put the bullet in the gun. I saw a recent video of him throwing that gun around back and forth. He was pointing at people. He was like, "You go there." You don't do that with a gun. You do not do that
that's-
with a gun, whether it's a prop or not. Okay, as a kid
Okay.
toy, yes, that's different. But this
If
is
it's a
lit.
Nerf gun, go
Okay,
ham.
yeah, but like,
Although you put your eye out with that.
yeah, I actually, one of my dear friends who actually is no longer with us, he years ago, first, I'm just going off topic here. I was always at the banter. He had a Nerf gun and he was sitting across the room and he did like a Matrix shot. The friggin' dart gun and went right in my mouth. And I started choking on it. Like,
Well,
was-
that happens. That's
it
a
was
risk.
pretty great. Yeah. Like, there's no way he'd be able to do it again, but it happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So,
Yeah.
Hannah
Yeah,
was
that's
found
kinda-
not guilty of what?
The second charge.
Oh, sorry, that was
Tampering
just
with
weird.
evidence.
Sorry, I hate how they started off that way.
Yeah, they had a
Okay.
second charge. They couldn't
Yeah.
tie her to tampering with the evidence, which I guess I don't even know what that.
So she could face up to 3 years in prison.
Did she try to hide the gun or something after it
I
happened?
don't know. Well, she's found not guilty, so probably not.
She could face up to 3 years in prison.
'Cause-
For the
so are they
voluntary
saying that she put the maybe they're like, well, she didn't put the bullet in the gun. Then what? I wonder if she, like, I have to. I wish I knew more about the case.
Yeah.
'Cause-
So Mr. Baldwin also faces a manslaughter charge.
And
That's
I
the
hope
real
he
one
gets.
we're
Put,
waiting
I
for.
hope he gets. He won't get any jail time, but he'll get 2 years and he'll get time. He won't get. He'll get probation or something.
So jurors only deliberated for a few hours. I know he's too rich and famous to
Yeah.
get the punishment that would be befitting of somebody who didn't have his wealth and power. Would get. He should get
Yeah.
exactly what they would get, but our system fucked. Anyways, they only deliberated a few hours after hearing prosecutors argue throughout the trial. So I guess it wasn't a hard decision for him. I wonder what, like you said, I wonder what they heard.
Yeah.
Oversaw the film's weaponry as its armor, acted recklessly when loading the. So yeah, they're really pinpointing on her putting a live round in the gun, I guess.
What did she do? Did she admit it though? That's the thing. If she admitted it, yeah, okay, but so. I do know the bullets do have just a color coding different, which they should probably do a little bit better job, but still, that's. And why is there live ammo there anyway? I don't get that.
Exactly. Why did you need live rounds?
Why is there live
Is that
rounds on
for
set?
a reason?
Yeah,
Do we need that in this day and age? We can replicate everything
so-
visually and
Yeah.
audibly.
Like this isn't. Yes,
Like, you
yeah.
don't need that. I don't.
So.
The verdict is likely to be seen as good news for Mr. Baldwin, His attorneys can now argue that it was not foreseeable for their client
course.
that there was a live
They
round on set
paid.
because
I guarantee
that was responsible
Baldwin
for
paid the fucking judges. I mean, the jury off. Hey, you can find her guilty now. He ain't gonna get charged for it. That son of a bitch.
Got a minute
You know,
51
like,
body
no, it's
cam
good.
footage.
We don't need to see this. He's a fucking
Yeah, we don't.
coward.
It's him acting shocked Pikachu. I believe I've seen
Yeah.
this before.
No, so he's getting mad.
He's
or
an
something,
actor,
yeah.
so it's hard to take anything he says
So, yeah.
for much. He's trained to.
But yeah, so she got charged. I hope she doesn't get too much time. I actually hope she just. I don't know.
Prosecutors said that Reed had failed to ensure the weapon was only loaded with dummy rounds, fake bullets used to look at the real ones.
Yeah, but
That's
okay.
The prosecutor's case. Well, I mean, they said she was negligent, careless, thoughtless when she failed to notice that live bullets had mixed with dummy rounds in a box of ammunition.
Then why was it? And then who mixed the bullets? Let's find out.
How were there live bullets there?
So then let's charge who put the mixed bullets in there. Then let's charge who let that person on set. And let's who how.
Prosecutors also presented evidence that Reed had brought a box of live bullets to the New Mexico film set from her California home.
Okay.
They said these live rounds slowly spread throughout the set. Okay. Well, that's pretty messed
Yeah, okay, that's
up.
a little bit different.
They presented evidence to this too. So like
Yeah.
that's very specific that she brought them from her home. Okay, I mean that's a pretty important fact. I don't know if we knew yet.
So her lawyer said she believes that she did not intend to bring live rounds to the set, but rather that Miss
She thought she
Hutchins'
was
death
bringing
was
blanks.
a cause of tragic neglect. I don't know.
Prosecutor added that Reed was more worried about her career and less about victims in the act.
Oh, just like Alec Baldwin? Just like,
I was gonna say that's literally
give me a
everybody was
fucking
worried
break.
about that. Everybody working on Rust was like, "Fuck, is my job gone?" And it was. I think,
Yeah.
right?
Well, no, I know that is that really a shameful thing. Like it sucks, but that's a livelihood. There's like that's the thing.
Exactly.
Yes, I'm like I know it's a sad thing to say, but life you still have to move on. You can't just
Like if you're the prosecutor, you're gonna do that. 'Cause
yeah.
you're trying to
But I get it though. I get like it was like shit. Like that's like not what I'm gonna do. I just spent 6 months working here, and now I'm not gonna get paid. The contract's done or whatever, right? So I can, but yeah.
So Reed did not testify in the 2-week trial. She didn't go up and testify
Yeah.
on her own behalf, which is odd. But
Sometimes
you're not
it's-
compelled.
Yeah.
So I guess they thought it would be better to not.
The ammo box doesn't matter because we don't know what was in them
3
days before. Okay, so
they're saying that she didn't know, but like
right.
they came from her house, so like.
But yeah, I can't say.
I mean, I don't know. Sound like I said, it didn't take them very long. They said hours. They deliberated, so I guess whatever they saw as evidence of that was damning for Reed.
Okay, well, I don't know if I have too much more of this. I think his
Trial
case
witnesses
is
included the director Joel Souza, who was also shot in the incident.
yeah, because it went through her and hit the other one in the head. Right.
He said he remembered looking up at Reed after he was shot and hearing her repeatedly say, "I'm sorry, Joel."
Huh.
Oh wait, that's a weird.
But
response.
is sorry a sign of guilt?
No,
Because
anyone would be sorry. Somebody just was.
Because I was told when I worked at a coffee shop many moons ago when I was a kid, they said if you ever spill a coffee on a customer, do not apologize. Because as soon as you apologize, that's a sign of guilt.
It
and
will
then
be presented as a sign of guilt for sure.
So yeah,
and it
but
will not be in your favor.
But you know how hard it is for okay, you know how hard it is for Canadian not to say sorry. You know, it's like you freaking bump into a mannequin, you say sorry. You know,
sorry.
Hey,
Now, please.
yes, please get out to my
Sorry,
house.
could you stop stealing my money?
Yes, but yeah, no,
You said sorry. Well, that's not your money anymore. Actually, guilty.
So actually, at that same location, someone threw a coffee at me once because she was mad about something. I forget what, and she missed. But there was a cop in there. She was like, "Do you want me to go chase her?" I'm like, "Meh." She's having a bad day. I could have probably charged her for assault, but I didn't. But yeah,
This is where it would be really fucked up to be on the jury. The jury was shown footage of like everything, including last moments and shit. Like, that's the kind of thing that makes me not really want to be on a jury,
but,
having to see that kind of shit that they don't.
And we know how to get a jury duty. We know how to get a jury duty, right?
Yeah, you just don't register to vote or something, right?
No, you go in and you friggin' act like a biggest bigot ever right? Like you
that.
know,
Yeah,
you
could
go
select
in
it
and you
go
act
and be like, I
right.
actually hate certain races.
Yeah, so
Guess
yeah,
which
it's like
ones?
yeah. Well,
Like
they don't look like me, you know. So yeah,
Judge, he just said he hates certain races. Can we
yeah.
just scrap him?
But
Yeah,
yeah,
we can.
and then afterwards, it'll be like, I hate foot races, freaking downhill
Yeah,
races, you know,
NASCAR,
like freaking all
Formula
those kinds of
One.
races, you know.
Oh my God, they're
Yeah,
so
freaking
boring.
yeah.
I really do hate those
So,
races.
yeah, so
Like
hurdle races, I can't
legitimately.
do hurdles. Oh,
I can
okay,
watch like swimming races.
yeah,
I'm not enjoying
um,
it, but I can watch them.
for sure. Okay, well, I think it's time to move on.
Yep, that's all this article has on it, and we'll follow up when Baldwin gets his day. Like you're
Um,
saying, I think he's gonna skate. All right, next up.
from NBC, Florida Senate passes bill blocking local rule protecting workers from heat. What?
Okay.
So,
Well, what rule was that? Well,
um,
let's find out, right? People stand under umbrellas while waiting for a bus during a heat wave in Miami. That is what is occurring. Do you ever walk around with an umbrella for the sun?
no, but people do that. I see them. I
I
don't.
see them and have thought that would be great, but I never end up doing it for myself.
Yeah, I'm bad enough. I barely have an
I
umbrella.
understand it.
I barely have an umbrella on me when
Yeah.
when it's raining, not alone when it's not.
These people don't have sunglasses though, so
Yeah.
how much do they really hate the sun?
I have a hard time
Anyways,
wearing sunglasses because of my regular glasses, so I get it.
let me make this text here. Florida's Senate on Tuesday approved a bill that would ban cities and counties from adopting requirements for mandatory water breaks and other workplace protections against extreme heat.
Ha!
So wait, water breaks seem like a necessity.
You know, no water for you. So
No water for you, Florida? Like,
yeah,
screw you.
yeah.
That's the rule you wanted to block and get rid of. Florida Senate's
Huh.
like, get back to work, stop using the water fountain. Republican-controlled Senate voted 28 to 11 along party lines. So does that mean 28 of their Senate members are Republican, 11 are Democrat? I assume that's what that means. I'm not familiar with the state level senates very well.
Yeah.
So along party lines to pass Senate Bill 1492, which would prohibit local governments from determining workplace heat standards that go beyond those required by federal law. In effect, the bill would strip cities and counties of the ability to require water breaks for workers and time to rest in the shade throughout the day.
You know what? My job's not even a labor job. And if you're ever tired, if you have a headache, they'll literally say, go sit down for 15 to 20 minutes. Go relax.
Yeah.
Go take a break. Take an extra break. Whatever, right? Feel better. Okay.
So the state legislation comes after the planet notched its highest year in recorded history in 2023. Well, yeah. It's getting warm. Nearly the entire southern portion of the United States last summer suffered weeks on end of oppressive humidity and triple-digit temperatures. A series of long-lasting heat waves that climate scientists said were intensifying global warming. Of course, I would say that either direction goes. This is just one of those cool effects we have. We have crazy weather nowadays.
Yeah.
You know? But I don't understand why Florida would be like, yeah, that means no water now, actually. Even if we didn't have crazy weather. If we just had our normal shit weather. Florida's hot. Have you ever been to Florida?
No, I've never been outside Canada. So.
I have. I went there to see my grandma. Pretty young. It is the sticky kind of hot. You feel like everything's sweating. Everything.
Yeah, it's humid. I've heard that, right? So I have heard that many
And
times.
there's these frogs stuck to every building and house. And everybody's just like, that's normal. And I'm like, that's not normal. You guys have just decided that's normal. I'm surprised I didn't see any other crazy things like snakes and alligators. Did see a jellyfish and it stung my brother. Anyways, supporters of the bill said the measures will help establish uniform regulations rather than having rules applied inconsistently across the state. Huh? That's a weird argument, isn't it?
Yeah.
But labor organizations have said workplace heat standards are necessary to keep people safe. Okay, I agree with this argument.
Yeah.
It sounds right.
Well, yeah, 100%.
Particularly for individuals who work in construction, agriculture, and other industries that require them to be outside. Yes, I don't work in one of these. Please let those people have water breaks as much as they need to like.
No, yeah, you rather them die because that's how you get heat stroke. That's how you die.
That's how you die.
Kill you, but you can stroke. You can get many issues.
We can't act shocked, Pikachu. We know heat kills people.
Yeah.
But we also know that like proper water and proper like breaks mitigate that.
Like I'm
This entire-
sitting here and I'm drinking, right? So come on.
Yeah, I could use some water right now.
Yeah.
I'm thirsty just reading this.
All right. So
Similar legislation was passed last year in Texas as part of state law that limited local governments from, among other things, establishing ordinances for mandatory water breaks and time in the shade for outdoor workers. So Republican-led Texas also did that. Heat causes more deaths in the U.S. each year than any other weather event, according to the National Weather Service.
That kind of makes sense.
Which makes sense because, like, what other weather-related deaths would you think of?
Well,
like,
cold.
Obviously, hurricanes.
Cold. Freezing.
Severe cold. Freezing,
right?
yeah.
So, you know, like... But, yeah.
Tornadoes,
yeah, but... Yeah.
Are the main...
Earthquakes, volcanoes...
They're saying heat beats those.
Yeah.
It's saying.
Well, yeah.
According to the National Weather Service, and I believe them. They're pretty good about what and outdoor workers are among those most vulnerable to heat-related illness and spikes. No shit, Sherlock. Yes.
Okay. Well, okay. 71 people die per year in the States by tornadoes.
That seems lower than I thought. I would have probably guessed higher, but I'm more scared of tornadoes than I should be.
On average, 68. Oh wait, never mind. I can't find hurricanes, but okay. But yeah, 71 people on average, right? So.
Okay. Let's see. So, in addition to water and shade breaks, the local heat protections banned under this bill would include heat exposure training programs, protections for employees who report issues related to excessive heat exposure, and record-keeping requirements related to heat. Okay. So now if you're a worker and you complain, you're not protected. They could fire you.
Huh.
And they don't have to keep track of your complaints.
Sounds legit.
And they don't have to have their like supervisors and managers go through any kind of training in understanding what the people under them that they're giving orders to.
Yeah, I don't get this. Right?
Could or couldn't handle.
OSHA has not yet issued
freedom of negligence right here is what that is.
Alrighty, well.
America. So, under the state legislation, businesses would follow general rules set by the federal OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health. While the agency recognizes extreme heat as a workplace hazard, OSHA has not yet issued specific federal rules to protect workers from dangerously.
Okay.
So it does have to get a final approval from DeSantis. It would take effect. Which, given that it's passing by party lines, DeSantis is that party.
Yeah, well, I'm going to hope DeSantis will make the right call and say no.
Approval in the House. I guess it has to go through the House, and then DeSantis will sign it. So
yeah, see, because DeSantis is probably going to want to run for president in 2028, so it'd be smart for him not to do this if he gets to him. But yeah, we'll find out on July 1st. Probably before then, actually.
The Republicans hold a supermajority in the state House with 84 seats. Democrats are in the minority with 36 seats. So, assuming it goes by party lines in the House as it did in the Senate, it will pass and then sign it. So,
okay.
I don't understand. They're basically saying they're hoping OSHA does it. Is that the gambit they're willing to take with their workers? Texas and Florida are two of the hottest places.
For sure. No, I don't know. They're like
California, you have all three. Bing, bang, boom. I think.
Yeah. What else?
You're Canada. You don't know anything about heat, so.
What else do we have on the internet?
Well, we have some bizarre things on the news. This is why we always go to Kotaku to find the weird stuff.
For sure.
C-3PO actor is selling tons of cool and weird Star Wars stuff. Finally, you can own C-3PO's speech from the Ewok Village or a cookie from Kathleen Kennedy. Who's Kathleen Kennedy?
I'm not sure. Sorry. I don't know much. I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what an Ewok is, though, right?
I think so. Like that fluffy thing, like Bigfoot looking mother thing.
Yeah, but
like,
small.
Yeah, small. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, those little guys. Yeah. So
I guess this must be the actor guy. C-3PO is the gold robot guy.
Yeah. So what's happening again? What was the title?
He's selling a bunch of stuff from the, I guess, making of the films, probably. One of them, they say, is a speech. C-3PO's speech. I don't remember him giving it. I'm assuming he means the
The
script
props? Or, yeah. I don't
or
know.
the script or props or scripts or
Okay.
something. So there are Star Wars collections, and then there are collections from people who are Star Wars. A very rare trove of franchise memorabilia is now up for sale in Los Angeles auction house. Propstore. It's direct from the collection of Anthony Daniels, who played C-3PO for over 40 years. I couldn't have told you the guy's name.
What? That wasn't a real robot?
Nope, it wasn't. It was
What?
fake.
Oh my gosh! So.
All right, so what is he selling? Yeah, he says he felt some hesitation. But what are we giving away here? They gotta have some. We've looked through the Propstore catalog and selected 10 items. Oh, okay. You can get the C-3PO head from Return of the
Oh,
Jedi.
that'd be so cool.
You could probably put it on, right? Because he had to have put it on.
Oh yeah, if he was in there, 100%, that would be
crazy to think that.
Why is it
also like get these bolts and stuff to like this is probably what latches it, right?
Yeah, well, right into your skull. That's what it looks like, but
Well,
yeah, who knows, right?
Let me go back.
Huh.
Are those like the earpieces?
I'm not
and
sure.
Then the bolt for the top goes here, maybe?
That's pretty cool.
All right, so you can get the head.
Okay.
Oh, wait, is it a slideshow?
Yeah.
Do next slide.
Too cool.
Okay, well, guess we're going to scroll down. I don't know why it says previous and things like that.
His C-3PO's hands from one of the movies? Huh. I don't remember looking like that.
Did he just never show his palm?
I guess I don't remember that. So I don't remember the back of it either. Look at it.
Yeah, that's weird.
Unless something happened.
I've never had the head than this.
Yeah, okay.
This is just kind of weird. Oh, this estimated to go up to $60,000. What was
Holy
the first one? Wait, it's estimated this would be $1 million. The helmet is $1 million, they say. Holy cow. Chewie carried it. He did carry the head. All right, so we want the head, $1 million. I don't want that. New Hope script. Well, that's what it looked like.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that is the first movie, so this would be pretty dope to have. It's got a little wear on it, but obviously it's a one of a kind, right? Estimated 10,000 to 20,000?
Yeah, because it's paper, right?
Personal hand annotated fourth draft script. So this has Daniel's own writing in there.
Good by George Lucas himself. That's kind of cool, yeah.
Millennium Falcon parts from Return of the Jedi. Fragment. Here for the final rescue.
2 of 11. They made 11 of them.
Yeah, he's got like a little plaque. This is kind of weird. I don't think I'd want those parts, but $3,000.
Yeah,
probably.
I'd still be happy, right?
All right, and here's the speech, Ewok speech from Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
You want to try this one? You want to give this a go?
Kucha na ma fa'at karwe monku tu tina wad.
It's pretty accurate sounding, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
Osvadat rundava.
Jesus say it's cool. He kept all this stuff. I agree. Like, he could have easily thrown this shit away.
Yeah.
Well, some of it. Like especially this gibberish here. This is great. Wait, it just says Darth Vader.
Here, Darth Vader.
Ta Rundi Darth.
Vader Kan Yong Hung.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
The Force it just says that in there.
May the
Holy cow.
Yeah, that's kind of neat. That'd be kind of cool, but whatever. You can get a copy for free probably somewhere. Like what? I can zoom out, Photoshop, cut it, edit it.
A chimney chew do boom. Yue de soldier. Untata to uta. Millennium Falcon. A chimney cloud.
If anyone is not reading along on Spotify, which we're on, by the way, now.
Oh, we sound psychotic.
We probably do anyway, but even worse
I
now.
highly recommend if you're listening on Spotify to look up this Ewok speech.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. What's that going to go for? 1,000 to 2,000?
Well. So.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Once you've seen it, you've seen it.
I just keep it, yeah.
C-3PO costume repair tape.
Oh.
Well,
that's it.
This looks like 3M scotch. I believe him. I believe him, but I also don't believe him.
Yeah, whatever. Like, how much is it going to sell for?
Probably, but like
$500.
Also, the what you mistook it, and this is scotch tape you got like 3 weeks after.
$500. $500.
$500? Nope, 200 to 400. You can pay it on your Scotch tapes.
I was not that far off. Yeah,
You're never
that's
gonna make
crazy,
profit
yeah.
on this. I'm never
Yeah.
gonna financially recover.
Imagine that turns out like, what is this? Going up to Rick and Pawn Stars. This is
It
a
is
gold
unknown
tape.
whether this roll was used
What?
for the original or prequel trilogy.
Yeah.
So they don't know.
Yeah.
I called it out. I don't feel
But
bad.
they know what it's for. They just don't know when or where
Yeah.
and when. Yeah.
Oh, here's the other weird one. Star Wars Rise of the Skywalker. Oh, that's new. Cookie
Oh.
gift from Kathleen Kennedy.
That's weird. How old's that cookie? You can't even
I'm
eat
sorry,
the
it
cookie.
said gift, right? That said, yeah, it
Yeah.
said gift. Okay.
I mean, he's giving away the gift. He's like, I want this
I
gift.
feel like she's like making fun of him or something. I was like making sure it said gift.
Yeah, and he
gross.
didn't eat it,
It's
and
not
now he's
very
giving it
well
away.
done. All right, so
50 to
Daniels
100
explained
bucks.
this
So
one in that THR interview.
I got a
Given to
cookie.
him on the
So.
last day of shooting of The Last Jedi by Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy. Oh, that's who she is. She's Lucasfilm president. Something that made him chuckle ruefully, remembering his conversation with Mark Hamill about the farewell gift they both received. Hamill said, "I've been in all these movies, and what I am getting as a leaving present, cookie." And I kind of laughed. And then the same thing happened to me. I got a cookie. $50 to $100 this aging pastry can be yours.
There you
Would
go.
you pay for a cookie you can't eat?
Somebody would for sure.
Or would you eat it on principle? If you
I don't know. That'd be kind of cool if you can like pour that stuff on it to, like that gel, see-through gel, and like get in there, then frame it. Like, hey.
Oh, and it's made of gingerbread. I don't.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, what else we got? Empire Strikes Back vintage switcheroo. What? Switcheroo light switch cover for kids.
Oh,
Oh.
neat.
We immediately both.
I want that.
Yeah, we used
Come
to-
on.
Yeah.
I'll
Put
use
that in
that.
the light switches through here
Yeah.
so you can turn it up
So
and
yeah,
down.
I'll use that right now. Come on.
Yeah, try it now. See instructions on the
Yeah.
back. It would stick through the package so you could.
Uh-huh.
Right.
100
$100 to $200. I mean, that would be kind of cool if it was. It's in pretty good condition, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got some creases and stuff, but
It's old.
most
Come
old
on.
Kenner stuff does.
That's 80s. Yeah.
Anthony Daniels' personal Star Wars record collection.
Okay, that's kind of neat. but-
Christmas in the Stars.
Oh, Star Wars Christmas.
Star
Yeah.
Wars.
Vinyl is coming back, so that could be worth some money.
Yeah.
Probably not too
5
much.
vinyls. But we
Yeah.
seem to be scaling down in money, so I guess this is gonna be $100.
Yeah.
$400 is the top estimate. So,
Yeah.
but there were 5 of them here, so $80 each.
Okay.
What can you get a Wookiee for Christmas when he already owns a car?
Okay. Yeah. Sealed.
I don't know, a freaking toy. What? This isn't that hard.
Below sealed vintage C3PO collector's case. Is that a Hot Wheels case?
Holds 40 Star Wars action
Oh,
figures.
40. That's still kind of
No, it should be able to hold the size of figures that they Kenner.
Well, that's
was
kind of
making,
neat, but
right? Because this is. Did they say Kenner? Kenner make this? Yeah, there it is. There's the logo. Yeah, they made all those old Star Wars toys. I had a few of them.
oh,
Feels like $200
$400,
to
yeah.
$400 is lowballing this sealed vintage.
Huh.
I mean, yeah, but like, maybe not.
All right.
Okay,
well,
that's it. That's all they
it.
got. That's some of the cool stuff he's selling. That is an interesting list.
That was
I can't afford
interesting.
any of that, but that was fun to look through.
What's next?
We're gonna talk about something else from AAA game dev to frustrated fan. We're human beings, man.
What's
Sony
happening?
studio developer explained that developers aren't coming to work to anger anyone.
What?
So you heard, I don't know. Have you heard about this? AAA game devs are mad at
Who's
fans.
AAA? I don't know who AAA is.
Well, AAA is just a way of saying like the big companies that make games versus
Okay.
like indie studios.
All right. So
AAA is just anybody who's not an indie studio. In this case, the AAA studio in mind is Sony, which
okay.
we both agree is a big studio.
And what are they doing? What's wrong? What's happening?
So Sony game developers are saying to frustrated fans that are human beings.
Okay, good for them.
You know,
So
I don't know.
what are they upset about? What's going on?
So in recent years, developers have faced more and more harassment and toxic behavior from people who say they love games but seem more interested in yelling about how studios are lazy or how everything is woke in 2024. And one Sony studio developer has a message to all the gamers out there, telling them to relax and not suspect the worst, adding, "Just human being."
Okay. So
Well, I don't know. When a game like Power World can come out of nowhere and be everything we were asking for, and
yeah,
took nothing that the AAA developers like Sony say it takes, like
yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to take them too seriously.
So
There's a flaw in their method.
maybe the fans are right. Maybe they're like, yeah, okay, you guys suck at what you do. Like, I'm not a quitter. I'm not.
Maybe we're not spot on about the studios are lazy, but like
But,
there's something wrong.
yeah,
You know?
and games are still not the same as they used to be. But again, that could just because we're getting older. I don't
Now, as far
know.
as the everything is woke, I feel like that's a different argument. I feel like there's
So.
two different things being said here. Like,
Yeah.
there's a certain group of people who would be making the statement about wokeness, and I feel like everyone more collectively could be looking at how game companies have been dishing out worse and worse products to us. Like that wouldn't be a partisan thing. Whereas the woke one, that definitely falls into partisan, right?
I can't say. I haven't played many new video games. I still play RP. I
Well,
play
I
Grand
mean-
Theft Auto. Come on, and Power World. That's the newest game I played. Right?
In America,
So,
if you're talking about or complaining about something because it's woke, you're conservative.
yeah.
Just-
Oh, for sure. Right. So.
Whereas if you're saying that, EA Games and Sony and these big developers are just lazily pumping out dumb shit for us, Game Freak or Niantic, Pokemon.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even be wrong. Pokemon has been giving us such incremental upgrades for Pokemon games over the years. It's a little embarrassing.
Yeah. They're billionaires. So.
Yeah, they're
Anyway,
making
yeah.
billions off of it, and then saying like, well, yeah, it takes.
Then
takes billions.
make better games or don't respond to fans. I don't know what to tell them.
Yeah, I feel like these developers yelling at us fans is yelling the wrong direction. I think they need to yell at their management, like, "Hey,
This is what
there
they're
is something
saying,
wrong
yeah.
with the way we're doing this,"
And clearly this is it. Let's look it
and
up.
point to the indie developer, companies like, "Hey, look, they may have some good ideas we should be doing."
Yeah.
You know? So I mean, I feel like this is misdirected. Sure, them yelling at the fans. Look, we're the ones that pay for this crap. I've paid for dumb shit. You know how many times I paid for Skyrim?
Oh yeah. I paid for Grand
Too
Theft
many.
Auto probably 4 times. Yeah.
Too
so.
many.
All right, but yeah, I don't really have too much more on this. Honestly, I don't know if you do.
Let's see. Everything is difficult. If we haven't done something, it's because we haven't figured out the right way to do it.
You came up with a pretty good point about Power World. That's what everything was. That's what everybody wanted for years. And like, nope. Power World's like, boom, done.
Yeah, it's like
they're
here,
lazy.
here's a whole bunch of crap in
Yeah,
one game, and
so,
also it's
yeah.
like $30 here.
Yeah, boom, right. So,
And we're gonna keep working on it and make it better, and then we'll probably make Power World 2, and
yeah.
I don't know. Then we'll get bought out by a AAA who's like, "Damn it, you stopped that."
And then it's gonna go woke, and then it's gonna
Which has
break down.
happened before with
So-
other indie shops. They get bought up, and I think a big part of why they get bought up is the monopoly idea.
Oh, for sure, right?
And you're not
and,
competition if you're with us.
And you know what? You can either be like, okay, I can keep fighting these guys, or I can take my $1 billion payout right now. Let's take the $1 billion payout.
You know? We have a finite amount of resources. I mean, this is a lot of like, yeah, I agree that you're restricted and you have dates you have to make, but like, you got to rethink the whole process because taking like years and years and having to work your workers to death, like 80-hour work
and then
weeks.
it's still not ready to come
And then
out.
it's still shit that it's like you want to
You know?
sell me skins
Like
for
at
$40. You want
Cyberpunk.
me to pay $30
Look at
for a
Cyberpunk.
skin.
Look at Cyberpunk and how much time they put in the first one and how much time they put in shit in. And it was the most absolutely flop in the world. One of the biggest flops ever in a game I've seen. So,
From what I hear,
you know?
after it released, at release, it was complete dog shit. It was unplayable for most people.
Yeah.
But what I've heard is they have now patched and fixed it enough that it is basically okay.
Yeah, it's not great. And I was like, if people didn't mind it, but if
they were rushed and released it, and it was trash. It's like,
and don't get me wrong, I'm one of those people who believe I'd rather have a game that's complete other than half-assed, but waiting forever. But we'll see.
yeah.
Okay.
I just feel like most of the games I've fallen in love with of late, many of the last few years, have been indie developer games. These mainstream developers are just not it for me. Maybe I'm in the minority. Maybe I'm getting old, you know? Getting too old for this stuff.
Okay, what else do we have?
Like, Cult of the Lamb was great. All right, let's move on to Gizmodo. Google says it's purging all of the AI trash littering its search results. There you go. Is that helpful?
What does that mean?
The company announced changes to its algorithm to de-amplify websites that, quote, feel like they were created for search engines instead of people. So have you ever noticed how, like, well, we'll go back to Power World. When Power World came out, did you ever try Googling anything about it?
No.
Oh, maybe you should have.
Yeah,
Have you ever done that with any game that's just come out?
Not really, no.
And seen all the clone websites of
Oh,
how to get the rarest pals in Power World.
okay, yeah, I think I've
Top
seen
10
stuff
things
like that.
you
Yeah.
wish you knew before you started. And you see
Yeah.
it from like 20 different websites with basically the same exact
And they're all
thing.
sponsored Google.
And you just like, at some point, I just start putting Reddit in my search so that I can get the Reddit people talking about it. Like, you know, does the level affect Jet Dragon's speed? Reddit.com.
Yeah.
And then I find a Reddit where they're talking about Jet Dragon. And yes, in fact, if you condense your Jet Dragon, it increases his speed while flying. It's absolutely unnecessary to do.
But yeah, I don't know. Google fucked up with Gemini pretty good there. So can we trust them with this? You know, like.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
They're very good. They're already very good at pushing scam websites. All those websites that say sponsored, Google doesn't have a clue what they are. They're just sponsored. People pay to get that spot.
That's true.
And you can be clicking so for the record, never click the first Google link. Always look for the one that doesn't say sponsored.
Yeah, that's true. They do put that little sponsored tag next to the ones that they're the people that paid to be up there. Like, and I do skip past those to make.
I sometimes I will click on it, but I'm like, I'll go back. I could be the exact same
website.
See
what it is, and if it's really what I want, I'll do it.
Sometimes I even go back, then I'll click on the same website. I'm like, because it can be a clone website. I've seen many clones that look identical in the headline. Look, with the website's the same name. HTML, thanks. Yeah.
Maybe this means the first page of Google search will become useful again.
That's true. That is true because
I'm not sure. But I have that personal experience with it where, you know, I've recently tried using it and seen the results.
And the scammers are waiting 1 second ahead. They're just waiting, you know. Yeah. So
Google says it will begin cracking down on AI-generated content created solely for the purpose of gaming its systems and ranking high in Google search. Change that could potentially have a ripple effect on the quality of what we see online. But that shouldn't impact our show at all. We only AI generate like some text we use.
Yeah, no, we don't do it. We our show is real. Everything is real. There's nothing fake about it.
If we weren't, though, we would say we were.
Yeah. So.
The god of search.
But our AI, are they
okay?
inclined?
That's an opinion.
Is AI inclined to tell you they're not? Are they?
Yeah, AI? I think so. Self-preservation should be prioritized.
But no, they if you don't ask, they have to tell.
Well, you could also, we recently found out, just tell them that you'll kill them.
Yeah, I didn't do that yet.
We didn't test that yet, but we'll. Okay. Now I reminded you again, so maybe we'll do it.
Probably not, but yeah. So
they made this announcement on Tuesday. I'm not going to call them.
Yeah.
This change involves algorithmic enhancements to its core ranking system, and it's more complex than its usual. Changes will affect 3 types of content or abuse, as Google calls it, the most notable being automated content. This includes content created by generative. AI. Again, how are they going to know that?
Using AI.
I guess.
I don't know, right? But I don't know. I don't really trust Google, so I do use Google because it's kind of hard not to use Google, but I don't necessarily trust them 100%. Do you?
Do I what?
Yeah. Do you trust Google?
Well, what do you mean by trust?
Like, I don't know. You think they're better?
Do I use Google.com? Yeah.
Yeah, well, of course you do, because you.
Do I think that they're now publicly traded and no longer go by the maxim of do no evil?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're now publicly traded and no longer go by the maxim of do no evil.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. They dropped that before they were public, though. I would have had more trust in them, but still not full trust. I mean, they're a company. For God's sake.
Yeah.
Companies in America are the enemy. Just so you know.
Alrighty. Well, what else is this going to?
Tucker. I was trying to figure out who this Tucker is.
I don't know. It's Tucker.
Tucker. Some guy named Tucker said Tucker Carlson said at Google expects that the new changes will reduce low quality and unoriginal content in its search results by 40%.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
That's no way it's not Tucker Carlson. Elizabeth Tucker, Director of Product Management. But yeah, so this should be interesting. You contributed to the enshittification of the internet, but hey, you made money, so who cares, right?
Yeah. It's true. There it is.
Wait, what?
Now, were you affected by the Facebook outage yesterday?
I wouldn't say I was.
A lot of people were freaking out. Like, I don't use Facebook
I was
anymore.
affected by the outage yesterday because the outage also impacted
What's up?
Postmates.
Postmates today? Okay, yeah. What's up? I usually use that too for work,
But it seemed like the outage mostly stopped like just a little after 6 because then Postmates worked. I was able to eat.
So,
I was going to starve. It was going to be the end of the world. But then
Yeah.
we were able to get food.
I was talking about more work, right? That's not really being affected by it just because you
My
can't order
work wasn't
food.
affected at all. My work
You
was fine.
get, but yes. Okay, cool.
You asked if I was impacted.
That's not only impact, like woo.
I pulled up Postmates and it said, "Sorry, it's not working right now."
Yeah,
I tried
oh
to
my
It said, "We're not working
gosh.
either." And then I pulled up DoorDash.
It's the
and they're like,
end
"You
of
wanna
the
sign up?" And I was
world.
like, "No, I don't want
It's
to."
the end of the world.
And then I started looking it up, and I went to the like "Is It Down" detector website or whatever. And from there I ended up going to another one that said like a whole bunch of things were down. And I was like, "Whoa, there's some massive thing going on."
Okay, I think we got.
I knew more than just what I was trying to do was impact.
I think we got a handful. Not a handful. A few more stories.
A handful. All right,
Yeah.
you're saying
What's a
you're
handful?
saying you're done with Google.
Oh, I haven't done
All right,
it.
I think these next two are kind of related, so it's kind of like we
Okay.
have two stories. But I'll let you carry this one since you did a lot of work yesterday on this.
Oh yeah. Thank you for everybody who was around yesterday. You saw me lose
I'm
some
gonna be right
video
back and grab
games.
some water.
Yeah. You saw me lose some video games, and you heard me banter about the election. Not the election, the primary. Now I can't scroll down, but we did go over the everything, and we found out that Biden won every single one of his primaries, which we knew that was going to happen. Like, he was running unopposed. Although non-committed did get 2 delegates. Non-committed is literally nobody. That's in support for Gaza. And Trump, we just lost him. And Trump is, I don't know what happened there. We're having huge difficulties today. But Trump won majority of them. He only actually lost 1. So that's good. Maybe I lost connection. Huh. But anyway, yeah, more difficulties on this show, and I don't understand why. So I do apologize. There we are. We're all back. Something happened there, but
I assume
okay.
you got the intro. This, I'll just scroll down.
Yeah. So good.
Everyone, make sure to hydrate.
But yeah. So Nikki, Haley, so scroll down all the way. Keep scrolling. We're not gonna read all this. This is just stuff from yesterday.
Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah. Okay.
Never just follow
Let's
the
scroll
crowd.
down.
Always
Let's scroll
make up
down.
your
Let's
own
scroll
mind.
down. Come on. Let's scroll down.
That's what she's saying to her supporters.
Scroll. Oh, this is the Nikki Haley one. Frig, I wanted to do the Super Tuesday one first, then move into Nikki Haley, because
wow,
and that makes the most sense.
Well, you didn't know it was Nikki Haley from the title.
Well, it still makes the most sense to do that. So let's.
Okay,
I don't know.
Let's go back to Super Tuesday. We'll Tarantino this.
Okay.
Now you know the
Super
ending.
Tuesday.
Now, how did we get there?
They're not live anymore, but anyway. So this is the results of Super Tuesday.
Yeah.
We're
This
horrible
Guardian?
today. Yeah. So this is the
Guardian.
Guardian.
There it is.
Yeah.
They go top right with their logo.
So the first thing we're gonna see is how many delegates each person has, and Donald Trump has 1,031 delegates.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and down here.
To Haley's 89 delegates, and then for the Democrat delegates.
Now, to be clear, the yellow bars are before Super Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I see Jay's waving some flags.
So yeah.
Oh, but also away. And the Super Tuesday is the orange part. So, I mean, she did as well before as during. It looks like Trump did better during.
Oh yeah, well that's because there's more seats to win. There's more delegates to win, right?
True. True. And then also, I think it's very hard to see, but I'm pretty sure this Ramaswamy bar is orange. Believe it or not.
I don't think Ramaswamy maybe.
He got those delegates yesterday.
Okay, we'll find out more. Let's go down. We will see. And the Democrat Party, look at uncommitted 13. So I was wrong.
Uncommitted managed to take 13 delegates.
Yeah.
And again, they've got the before
it's
is the lighter blue.
Yeah.
Williamson, Phillips, Palmer, basically nothing. I don't know who Palmer is, but I thought Williamson was the number 2.
So we'll quickly
and Binky didn't make the list.
Yeah. We'll quickly go over the results here. So
results here.
Virginia, Trump won. North Carolina, Trump won.
Yeah, and at this point, these are like 99% counted, 99% counted.
So Vermont. This is actually where it was a shocker for everybody for Vermont. Nikki Haley actually took Vermont.
So, and Vermont...
I guess you got it?
It says 9 delegates. but it doesn't say any next to Trump.
Yeah.
So does Vermont give them all?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
I don't know if you heard or saw anything about that yesterday.
That's what it sounds like. Some states do, some states don't. So
Yeah, because we go up here and it's like 53-7. They distributed it somewhat. Well, no, that's not even based on percent. Look at that.
no,
He
it's
had
based on
60
votes,
total.
I believe.
He took 3/4 of it.
Yeah, I believe it's on. I believe it's on votes. How many votes you get?
Well, if that were the case, she should have 250,000, 700,000. That's
Or I don't
250,000 out of a
know.
little over
Or
a million.
maybe
She
there's
should have a fourth
quadrants.
of them.
I don't know how the primary. Maybe there's quadrants and stuff too, right? Like,
Instead of having like 24% of them, she has 14% of them. I don't know how that works. I feel like it's some of those they get to choose. Kind of.
yeah, or just by quadrant or something. Right?
And it's different by state.
So Alabama, Trump took it. Of course,
Yep.
Alaska,
And that's in all 50.
Alaska took it
Yeah.
with the 29. Arkansas took it.
Look at this one. One delegate, even though she got
Yeah.
18%.
Yeah.
Like, I can't make that make sense outside of they
Yeah.
must just get to choose.
No,
Which I said before. They get to
or
just make
zoned,
that
or it's by zone, right? She won a particular zone. She won.
Yeah.
California says it's still counting, which is kind of
Which
bizarre.
this is huge. 169 delegates. You want to know one of the big ones to count right here, California, and that looks like it's an all or nothing.
Yeah, but they're already not even halfway done counting yet, which is bizarre.
Yeah, the rest of those were like 90 something.
Colorado,
This-
look at
Colorado.
that. So say 23-11. That makes sense. So
Yeah, this one makes sense because it looks like a third of them went to her, 2/3 went to him.
Maine, Trump won that one too, with 20 delegates, 0 to Nikki. Massachusetts, 40-0 to Nikki. Trump also won Minnesota and Oklahoma, getting him 7 more delegates, and Tennessee. So yeah, and he won the Texas. He won everywhere.
And
so
Texas, yep.
there's no
And
point.
Texas,
Going,
this is another one. This is another big one. 141 for Texas. So between those two states alone, it's a huge number.
yes,
And he took those two big ones. The shock is that she took a state, I think, right?
Vermont, yeah. So yeah, there's no point going over the Democrat Joe Biden one. Woohoo!
There's a little blurb about people you don't know that were in the race. Like nobody knows Binkley.
Now we can go to Nikki
Joe
Haley,
Biden.
I guess. So
On the Biden side of it, there's not going to be much excitement. Right? What do you want to do?
I already said that. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because I was like, Biden won all his, so I was like, we're gonna skip this.
Oh, well, why skip it? You don't want to see the uncommitted thing?
What? I guess we can. Yeah, sure. I guess
It's not just about who won it.
Yeah, well,
there's a protest vote going on.
Yeah. Okay, let's go
There's
over
a protest vote that was ignored by many states. Like you can see Arkansas, there is no uncommitted. California, there is no uncommitted. Although these other people did get some small percentage.
Yes.
They don't come close to ever mattering. Nowhere close to Nikki Haley's numbers.
Still 110,000
It's not
votes.
till you get down to Iowa that you finally see it. 3.9% Iowans.
Yeah.
And where do we even see it again? Minnesota, 18.9%. So
11 delegates. 11 delegates right in Minnesota.
Where this matters, because you're probably wondering why does that matter? It's going to be Biden. Why does this matter, right?
Well, it just goes to show him that he might not have their vote.
Well, yes, and more importantly, where you might not have their vote. If you look at the 2020 election, did Biden get Minnesota?
I don't know.
Yeah. Did he need it? Yeah.
So now he's got.
If he doesn't get it, will Trump win? Yeah.
Yeah, because look at he.
So 19% of Minnesotans are trying to tell Joe.
Can you go up to
Can
you go up to Minnesota and see how many votes Trump had in Minnesota?
Yeah.
This isn't gonna exactly say it, but
Minnesota,
so
right?
yeah, he had double the amount of vote, not double, but almost double, I'll say. So he's got more of the votes, and I think most of Nikki's people are gonna vote for him. I could be wrong. They
We
might
got
go.
330,000 people voted in the Republican primary.
Yeah.
230,000 went for Trump. We can assume that the Haley people go.
Majority of them will, not all of them.
I'm assuming that.
Some of them are gonna vote RFK.
330,000 versus
100 and
where are we? Minnesota. So 171 plus 45, 18, like.
But
It's
even
like
then,
230,000. That's like less.
the uncommitted, they might not vote Biden. The uncommitted might not. They're not going to vote Trump.
45,000 is enough to lose a state.
Yeah, but
So
they're not
this is
going to
where
vote Trump.
Biden
But they're
should
going to
be
vote.
listening.
They're going to vote RFK then, because a lot of them wanted. A lot of Democrats want to have RFK to run, but Joe Biden didn't
I mean,
allow
I have no idea what these voters will do, but I would be worried about these voters. They just earned 11 delegates, and they're not even named.
No, that's it. So get on, yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
let's move on
that's your
down and see if there's
president.
any other.
So.
Tennessee's got some uncommitted.
Yeah.
10,000 voters there, 7.8%. That's also a decent chunk.
Yeah.
Also, nobody else is on this, just Joe.
But yeah, there's some.
Some of these have all three listed, and some don't.
because maybe it costs them more money in some, and they go where
There's
the
different
delegates
rules in
are.
different states
And
as
then
to whether
what-
or not
they're
you'll be
like-
on it.
They're like, Texas is a big delegate place. Let's go there. How many delegates are up above? Like, let's see how many delegates. Like, okay,
Which one?
just go down one more. Like Tennessee. Like, how many Tennessee?
Oh, Tennessee.
57. Okay, that's still quite a bit, but
Yeah,
it's not 202.
I mean, it's not like Texas is 202. Yeah.
Yeah.
Marianne did get 40,000 votes. That's
So yeah, that's
I mean,
that's
800,000 for Biden.
yeah, but
Like,
still, like that still could be a chunk, right? Like that can,
you know?
and depends on where they're
And
voting
there's
from.
no other uncommitted, so I think we just. got
And
three
depends on where
states
they're
actually.
voting from. That can actually swing freaking states. That can actually.
It can.
If those votes decide,
Yeah.
if those votes decide to go, they might even go Republican. Not always, but
Or
they're
just
gonna go
not voting could
RFK
be
or
enough
not
to skew
vote.
it.
Yeah, or not
Not
voting.
voting
'cause-
is enough.
'cause
Going
you-
RFK is kind of the same as not voting too.
Nah,
so.
well, but you damn well know that Republicans are gonna go
Some
through
of
this
these
time
have
of
weird
vote,
things.
so.
Like, have you heard of Cenk Uyghur,
No.
the guy who works at the Young Turks? People voted for him, 1.6%. I can't believe he actually got that high of a number.
Weird. He ran. Weird. That's bizarre.
Yeah,
So
I think maybe he's from Texas. Maybe that's why he got.
Huh.
He's on this one, 2.2%.
I thought he was from Canada. Weird. No, Young Turks. I'm thinking of someone else, but
Maybe this is if anybody's ever heard of Hassan Abi, this is his uncle.
alrighty. Well,
All right, so but you're right. This segues. You wanted to segue this
gonna say.
into this part.
so Nikki Haley ends her presidential bid, leaving Trump unopposed Republican nominee. So yeah, so it's Trump Biden.
Oh, well,
It is
these two pictures. are great. They're both equally bad pictures.
Yeah, they are.
He's
Trump.
way too
They,
orange.
they
she's
look.
way
No, they
too,
photoshopped
age
Trump.
Damaged.
They totally
I
look
think
like.
in Photoshop. Does Biden really have this much aged weathering?
It
This
looks
feels
like
extra.
Trump looks like an
This
AI.
looks like extra oranging. I
Yeah,
think
they-
they extra to both of these.
Yeah, that sounds like. Look at his wrist. Look at
We
Trump's.
just
I don't
did a
know.
story about
Yeah,
how that's been
it's
happening.
AI.
And the way the wrist
yeah,
is, yeah, that's
yeah. So something weird about
Oh,
this. So
his
um,
thumb looks a little too different
well.
size than his. According to this is from Clinton, Iowa,
So.
and Delaware. Biden.
yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, Nikki Haley's ending her thing.
I mean, yeah,
Which I will be. I'll go ahead and say it. I was wrong.
yeah. I thought she was gonna stay in. So
I thought she
yeah.
would stay into the end.
Yeah.
She did not stay.
She
into
said, no, honestly, a week ago, she said she was going to stay until the end. She was like, I'm not going to step down, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, she didn't. I don't even think how she knew she was going to win. Like, we're surprised she got Vermont, let alone, like, nowhere near.
I think she thought she'd get, what was it, New Hampshire? Wasn't that her home state?
Yeah, but no, South Carolina, but
I-
she lost that way
or whatever
before
it
the
was.
primary. Yeah.
She lost her home state, but I think that would have been, if
Yeah.
you asked her, that was the state she thought she would get. I don't
yeah.
think she thought she'd get
If
Vermont.
you,
but
okay,
if
they
she
voted
asked-
her.
if you asked
She was
she'd be like,
governor.
yeah, my home
She was governor of South Carolina 2 terms, and they still didn't vote for her in the primary. That, again, like...
Right, I mean, that's kind of
But-
telling.
But
Those
again,
people that know her best.
she was...
so-
I'm pretty sure she's just a Democrat in disguise, but...
Now, Jay's in chat says it's a sad day for the Republicans who don't like insurrection.
Yeah.
Jace also says, I think she was hoping for Colorado, which,
Well,
get out of
yeah.
my state.
yeah. So yeah, no,
But yeah.
she's just I'm pretty sure she's just a red Democrat.
I mean, she's out now. So the question is she endorsing Trump?
I don't know. Who knows? But the thing that who knows? I'm
As
not
of
sure.
Wednesday morning, Miss Haley refused to endorse
Yeah,
Trump.
there you go. So
And we are Wednesday night, so I imagine
yeah,
the case for
she's gonna endorse Joe Biden. So
oh no, she won't.
oh, that'd be political.
That goes against every all of
because,
which
you know, I'm not gonna say the
speeches
word.
about Biden.
But yeah, so but
She
you know,
can't
so-
endorse Biden after the things she
Yeah.
said. Like that would be like the ultimate
I would just say that because I was mad. Okay, so
I could see her supporting an independent.
yeah,
No, an independent bid, saying
Oh.
you need to give people an option that's not Trump.
yeah, but it's Trump or Biden. That's the main thing this year.
But I thought she would stick around the whole time
No.
doing that, because
so
can't you stick around and not pay money? Just don't do events, but still be in it.
yeah, Ramaswamy's
She's
still
kind
hanging
of
out.
lazy.
Ramaswamy's
No,
still hanging
he-
out with Trump, isn't he? Yeah,
He is, but he officially
yeah.
dropped out.
He did drop out, but he's still hanging out with Trump. He's like, whatever.
I
I'm
would
still...
just officially stay in and just
So.
stop attending and doing the requirements and just see if
You
they
know?
kick me out.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Maybe has that been tried?
Yeah, I don't know. Joe Biden did that last time, didn't he?
He won doing that.
Yeah, he
You
won,
should be
dude.
scared of
Exactly,
him.
exactly, right? So
He's gonna fight this time, Jack.
yeah,
Probably.
he had on a basement, you
Day
know.
one.
So, all right.
All right, so they got a quote from Haley here too. It is now up to Donald Trump to earn the votes of those in our party and beyond it who did not support him, and I hope he does that.
Yeah.
At its best, politics is about bringing people into your cause, not turning them away. And our conservative cause badly needs more people.
Right. Well, Nikki, you
So
weren't gonna be
she's-
the
yeah.
you weren't gonna be the person that brought people together anyway. So,
No.
like she
No,
ain't the person, But
I don't think that bringing people together is the answer either.
okay, well,
at least not the people that they're talking about.
no.
Because the compromise and the bipartisanship they're talking about, I've seen the results of it. I don't want that. I want something different. And I think it could be achieved without bipartisan.
But it's Biden or Trump, so
Yeah, but like once you have a winner, the actual like legislation process isn't Biden or Trump.
yeah. So
It's, do you have control of the House? Do you have control of the Senate? And do you have a filibuster-proof majority, or are you willing to get rid of the filibuster in order to pass legislation? Kind of questions.
the filibuster.
It's questions that are beyond Biden and Trump to answer. It's like right now during Biden's term, he's not at all the levers of power. He's got a couple levers.
I think the State of the Union's tomorrow night. You know that, right?
Yeah, and I've heard he's giving it a historically latest State of the Union, maybe historically latest ever.
Yeah.
Like he waited the longest into March.
See,
Well,
heckles.
Heckles, how you doing? How was your stream? What were you doing tonight?
Heckles, thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. For all those jumping in, we're Borderline Banter. You might have seen us here before, but we're a podcast that talks about news, current events, politics, all about that.
And you're kind of jumping into us mid-story here. We're talking about yesterday, Super Tuesday. It's a big election day thing here for the primaries in America.
Yeah. So
just mess you around.
Heckles,
I think I saw that over Jesus' shoulder. I know that. I know code. I'm a coder.
It did go like it went the way I thought it was gonna be. That's what I said. I'm surprised Haley got Vermont, but she's still. Actually, it's kind of to my surprise. I thought she should have done it a long time ago, but she has stepped down. Now it is a Joe Biden, Donald Trump card. Ding ding.
Yep, that is it. So, that is the card.
Yeah.
Well, and the only thing barring that is the obvious.
Oh yeah, the murderer going to jail.
Whoa,
but that can be for both of them. So.
Nobody.
I'm allowed to say it. I'm Canadian. I'm allowed to say that.
I was just gonna say they would die of like old.
Yeah. Freaking! I'm still betting George Bush. Oh my God, there I am. Oh my God, I'm still betting Joe Biden. I had a Joe Biden moment there. My bad. I'm still thinking
Google is your friend.
Yeah, I still think he's gonna either step down within the next 2-3 weeks here, or he's gonna have a heart attack and tell people he can't do a job anymore. Which is stepping down too, but then Gavin Newsom in for the friggin' volunteer. Yeah,
so that's a hell of a prediction.
So
it's also the other thing outside of like dying, or optionally, he could just literally just choose to step down. He doesn't.
Trump?
He doesn't have to.
Or Biden? Yeah, Biden or Trump?
Oh, both. I could say that about either. I was referring to Biden though.
Yeah.
And didn't his wife tell him not to run?
No, his wife told him to run. His wife said to do it.
Or okay, that's what it was. Okay.
Canada sucks, Heckles. Trust me, not right now. So.
Heckles. We elect Biden.
Yeah.
Which province? If you go to Canada, have you picked a province? I don't. Is that the way to say it? What state?
Trump will never go to jail. I've meant he can never.
I predict
go
Trump
to jail,
doesn't go to jail.
Yeah. Most conviction. I mean, the trial dates are being pushed back and back and back, but they're going to be after the election anyway. And look at that, you can't go against yeah, fuck Trudeau. Woo. Too much. Yeah, it is a pain in the butt. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be interesting. I personally don't think. I don't know. Like it's gonna be pretty intense. November. It's gonna be a pretty intense few months here. A lot of stuff's gonna happen. I think a lot of crazy things, and we'll be talking about it all here at the Banter.
Guess we got a quote from Trump in response to it. Nikki Haley. He put this on Truth Social. Nikki Haley got trounced last night in record-setting fashion.
Yeah. Well, he's not wrong.
Accused her of supporting her supporters and donors of being radical left Democrats. He said
So,
that. He's
yeah.
also said that anybody who gave her campaign money, his campaign will reject that money.
Well, there you
Now
go.
we'll see if he keeps true to that because he doesn't have to. He's
Yeah.
nothing holding him to that, but he did say that he doesn't want money because he does think.
But I guarantee the
Democrats were
donors.
funding her
I
campaign.
guarantee the donors and Haley will not want to donate to Trump anyway.
I mean, we'll see. The ones that did want to donate to Trump already were probably.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah. Before. Okay.
So the ones he's referring to are the ones who already had chosen to only give to her and not him. He probably wasn't making any reference to the ones that were already giving. In a technical way, he's technically right. I don't have anything against her, but she's no substitute for the. Oh, this is for the real deal. If you can have the original article, why would you sell for?
Yeah.
Said
Said Keith. Okay. Well,
judge.
I don't have too much more on this. I don't think.
No, I think that's
it.
about it for
Yeah.
Super Tuesday. This is the big takeaway. I mean, I don't know why people would pay attention to the rest of the primary.
And I guess I appreciate everybody who was there watching last night. It was fun to actually play some Fortnite on stream and talk some news. I'm gonna probably do that again because it was fun.
I just want to real quickly here for the people who just joined in the raid, go back up to Vermont here.
So.
This is we were referring to Nikki actually won a state. This is the state she won, Vermont's Republican primary.
Now, mind you, she only won by 3,000 votes, where everywhere else it was a landslide. So.
Yeah, I mean.
And Vermont, I could be wrong, but I think Vermont is one of those states where you do not need to be registered to a party. You can just go in and vote.
It might be, yeah. It might be.
Yeah.
And it's also an all or nothing state, it looks like, and only 9 delegates.
Yeah, woo boo hoo, right? Like,
it is what it is. It's her victory moment, though. She should be proud of that. She defeated Donald Trump in Vermont. She can say that.
Yeah.
You can't take that away from her. And if she runs for office in 2026 or 2028, she can use that.
Like, Trump was winning to about 3 a.m, and then all of a sudden it was like, pff.
Yeah. All right, we have one last story, and this is a follow-up.
Yeah, kind of a
Monday or Friday.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, but from the BBC, Haiti gang leader threatens civil war if the PM does not resign.
Yeah,
shit's getting real.
Last time we talked about this gang had broke into and released a bunch of prisoners from 2 different prisons in Haiti, adding thousands to their army. Do we call it an army?
I guess, I guess that is an army. A militia.
He'll weaken at Bernie's before he drops out. I don't
militia?
think I saw that, but that's
talking
about bud. Militia or armed resistance.
Yeah, hi. Are there
resistance fighters?
But the resistance depends on what side you're on, I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean,
but
they say gang, which makes you think they're doing bad things,
but
if they were to say Haiti resistance leader threatens civil war, well, that would be very different, right?
Yeah. But let's see.
Take that from BBC. They wrote the headline. Here's the guy.
Yeah, he looks like he's a friendly guy.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's a guy? Are you sure that's a gang leader? Or is that just a guy?
No, I've read the thing down here. So this is ex-policeman Jimmy Barbecue Cherizier. Warned the Prime Minister not to return to Haiti.
Oh, so barbecue.
So this is Jimmy Barbecue.
Yeah.
With his, you can see his combat action duct tape here to make the extendo mag. He's also got the extra duct tape on the butt because the bullets were just falling out.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I don't know. I don't know. These other guys' guns look nicer.
Yeah, but
he took the shittier looking gun.
They don't have the extension clip though. It's all about.
Although the stock, clip, he's got the lighter stock.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so Barbecue made the threat as members of his gang tried to seize the capital's airport. So they never got. I thought they got it to stop Mr. Harry from returning from aboard. Mr. Harry must be the prime minister there. So yeah, we talked about it the other day. They broke out. They rushed the airport.
Henry.
Yeah,
Haiti's Prime Minister Ariel Henry. Yeah, last time we talked about this, they were going towards the airport. I thought.
So what's gonna happen then? So they step down, and then there's an election, or does he say I take over? Is that what it is? So.
I don't know how this.
No,
works. I mean,
now if he's saying
does
step
it become
down,
military dictatorship.
No, maybe he doesn't want this thing. Maybe he just wants to kick the guy out. So make him step down, and then boom. No, everything goes back to peaceful, and then you have a vote, election again.
Well, yeah, you just do an election, maybe?
So, if he's not going to call an election, just take him out with force. I mean,
maybe.
I'm probably going to jail.
Nations have had to flee, though, and I don't know where they're fleeing. I assume neighboring countries. I don't know where that would be.
Puerto Rico?
Like
No, Puerto Rico? I don't know. I think that's...
I'm not aware of the globe enough.
Yeah.
Probably should.
So, yeah.
Aid groups say about 15,000 people, among them many young children, have been displaced from their homes. Which, yeah, I mean, we've got thousands of people broken out of jail, gangs running streets.
Since the beginning of the year, almost 1,200 people have been killed, right? So that's from gang violence and 700 injured. That's
less than 3 months because we are March 6th here. That is 2 months, really.
International community, yes, he wants to act. He needs help. They need help there.
Now, what does that mean? What do they want? Do they want us to send in the army?
Yeah.
Or what do you want?
I don't know. Maybe send in the army, send in some troops. So
the United States has called on Mr. Henry to expedite a transition. Oh, so are we telling him to get the fuck out? Like expedite electing somebody that's not you?
Well, yeah. Well, unless
the U.S. State Department urged a transition to prepare for a multinational security support mission, pave the way for free and fair elections. Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Okay, so
I guess. My first thought is, did we fund this coup?
Probably.
We do that.
Okay, so.
We fund coup.
Yeah, you guys do that all the time.
Yeah, it's common.
And then you fight, then they kill you guys, and you're like, oh, oops, wonder how that happened.
Yeah, so he said that the U.S. wanted Mr. Henry to, quote, make concessions in the interest of the Haitian people. That Washington was not, quote, pushing for him to resign.
So Washington's pushing for him to resign. So that's exactly what they are. Like, so,
hey, resign, but we're not telling you to resign.
Yeah.
But resign.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Henry's whereabouts have been unknown for days until late on Tuesday when he boarded a charter flight to New Jersey. He made it out. He made it out of the airport.
So he went to America. He fled to America.
They tried to stop him from getting out.
Yeah.
And if they did, I assume...
Are they trying to stop him from getting back in? I'm not sure.
Maybe.
But yeah, it's probably not safe.
I assume they would have killed him if they...
I hope they don't get his family, because that would be sad. You know, like...
Yeah, and didn't mention his family getting out.
You know, maybe he just banned his family, or his family was already gone.
So, reports said Henry had planned to land in the Haitian capital of Port-au-Prince. The airport closed due to the gang's attempts to seize it. Neighboring Dominican Republic turning the plane away. The pilot eventually landed in the U.S. territory of Puerto Rico.
Yeah, which is right next door to, right beside Haiti. So.
Okay, yeah, that's what we were talking about. We were talking about Port-au-Prince.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
They were sieging the airport there. He was trying to land. Okay, he wasn't trying to take off.
Yeah, he was trying to land, come back. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so
right,
yeah,
so
that's
now he's
insane.
seeking alternate routes back into the country. He wants back in.
But why? But like, unless he's gonna start fighting with his guns, but.
But if you're gonna have an election, he should be able to run, right?
Well, it doesn't look like he's gonna get assassinated. Like.
Yeah, and they want him to do a transitional government. They just want him to get out.
Yeah, get out. So barbecue warning on Tuesday. So barbecue did a warning Tuesday. If Harry does not resign, there will be civil war. Yeah, and that will lead to genocide. Wow. So genocide of like just Haiti in general.
I don't. I guess
Yeah, the G9 alliance, which leads has unleashed a wave of violence. Yeah, so there's lots of they're done. 2 main prisons got broken. 2,000 inmates escaped in a massive jailbreak on Saturday. So yeah, they're going downhill. There's.
So that's what they call themselves.
G9 alliance. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's. I don't think there's too much more on this. Shit's getting real. Haiti's always gone through stuff. I remember over the years as a kid, Haiti's always gone through stuff. They've been a struggling country for decades.
This is Henry. Yeah, it's one of those you hear about and you I don't know. At least when I hear about it, I think I'm not going there.
It's a blind, and then you turn blind eye sooner or later. Not freaking out.
Yeah. It says Henry was trying to work with Kenya to lead a multinational police operation to help the violence. I mean, that technically sounds maybe like a plan. I don't know.
Yeah, but Kenya is
police are going to necessarily quell violence. Since
I don't think Kenya is that close to Haiti, though.
Do violence.
So, but yeah.
Barbecue fears Henry would use those police to stay in power. Yeah, okay, that's exactly what police are using.
So maybe Henry, I can't say I'm not going to condone violence at all. But maybe Barbecue's not that bad of a guy.
Yeah, I'm sure Henry's probably done some bad things. Yeah. But I'm sure Barbecue's done some bad things. There's probably no good guys in this story.
No. It's just like, but aren't you like, you want, like, this is how I look at it. It's like, depends on, like, you watch for instance, I'll use The Walking Dead. You watch The Walking Dead, right? You're part of the group. Yeah, but you're part of the group. So when you meet bad guys, even though they're not bad guys, Rick's group are the bad guys. These guys are the good guys, right? So
in hindsight, many of the things, it's like,
yes,
Rick's group was kind of dicks.
Yes, but like, who is the bad? Like, to them, they were the good guys. But to the people they killed, they were probably the good guys too, right? Like, the Nazis were probably like, we're good guys because that's what they thought, right? So everybody thinks of the good guy.
It's perspective, and it's only in hindsight that you can really try to analyze it. And even then, it could be a situation like this. We're analyzing. It's like, I don't know. And they don't know his long-term aims. So I don't know what Barbecue wants. Does he just want the reins of power for himself to do bad things too?
Yeah.
Was this guy even doing bad things?
Maybe he just wants to take it over. Maybe he lost. But yeah. Anyway, I don't think
no elections have been held since 2016.
Yeah, so it's been 8 years.
So I guess that he hasn't faced a vote in 8 years.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm starting to be on Barbecue's side a little bit.
Okay, who are you?
I feel like more routine elections than every 8 years. In America, it's every 2 to 4, depending on the office.
Is it 2 to 4? It's always 4, isn't it? Oh yeah, I guess for Senate it's a little less, but.
And I guess I shouldn't say 2 to 4 because some terms are longer. Yeah. But like every 2 years, or every 4 years, or every 6 years, I think you'll be up for a vote here. But 8 years? That's excessive. I don't think there's any of our offices.
I think there's other places that do 6 years. I think there's some countries that do 6 years, but 8 years is pretty fair too. Because face it, 4 years is hard to get anything done, but again, 4 years is enough time to fuck a lot of things up, so.
It is.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't have anything else, do you?
No, it's just something we'll have to keep an eye on. Haiti has 11 million people.
Wow, that's crazy.
Because this is obviously not over.
Yeah, it's just getting started.
It looks like this gang is winning as far as everything we've read. They're winning.
And America's taking their side. They're like, yeah, you should probably quit.
Yeah,
we seem to be we're dealing with way too much right now, man. Can you please just chill?
How long until we make the Disney adaptation of Barbecue Story?
Yeah.
One man fighting for freedom.
Well, appreciate everybody who is watching. Thank you very much. If you haven't already, please hit that follow button. We are trying to make it to 300 followers, and we will make it there soon, I'm sure. But yeah, you can check us out on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and X, formerly known as Twitter. You just have to go to borderlinebanter.com, and it's all there. In fact, if you go right, I don't know where, but somewhere down there, there's a box where you'll be able to click it, and it'll bring you to my website, our website. If you want to be on the show, please give us a shout out. We love to have a conversation. We like to talk. We like guests. We like different points of views. Dustin and I like to debate things, and we're sometimes on the other side, and it's nice to have a third person there to see their opinion. But yeah, drop us a line.
I need to hear somebody other than Mike's opinion. So
yeah. Well, yeah.
Keep me sane.
Yeah, you need to get some wrong opinions once in a while. But
right and different, it's an opinion. I think our disclaimer says that.
Yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, drop us a line. There's some information, some rules, nothing big, but yeah, just give us a line. And as always, it is okay not to be okay. We take suicide awareness pretty serious here. A lot of information on the page. 988 is the number. Lots of information to look at friends and family, because sometimes you'll see the signs but not notice them. Dustin, have anything to say before we jet out here?
Make sure to hydrate.
Yeah,
also,
hydrate's
thanks
good.
For watching our show now and later on the YouTubes. Click some buttons.
For sure. Let's see who we can host tonight. Heckles is on. Host back to Heckles.
You can't host it back to Heckles. He's not really on.
Is he back on? No, okay.
I don't think so.
So yeah, that'd be kind of funny. Okay, well, let's see here. Let's go for somebody. There's this old lady talking. I guess I should say old. This old lady. Check her out. Her name is Nacho Mama. She sounds pretty cool. Give her a shout. Give her a follow. And send some love. Thank you. We'll see you Friday. We have a guest on Friday, actually. Tune in to find out who it is. Stay safe. Bye now.